Yo, Tactical Jason, look what Work Sharpener sent out. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on the video. It really helps. In today's video, we have this sent out by Work Sharpeners. This is their Precision Adjust Knife Sharpener. Work has been around for a long time. Very reputable company. I'm super stoked to try this out. I got a bunch of older knives that need to be sharpened, so I think this would be perfect. Alright, first, let's check out what's in the box. Alright, then in the box you got a detailed little instruction pamphlet with pictures.
Wow!
Alright, then in here you got all the little pieces for the tool to put together. First, let's get all the parts out of the box. Alright, and then there's just 4 main pieces to it. It's pretty simple. Alright, and first I'm going to take the rod here with the 3 different abrasive pads on there. It's got this little pin here. This is going to clip up into here. And everything like here is magnetic, and the clamping part here too, so it's super simple to take in and out. Set that there. This little piece of foam, take that out. Alright, then you're going to take this part here and you're going to snap this into the base. Just like that. Alright, then here you got the part that clamps onto the blade. Make sure to take this piece of paper out of there. But on the end here you can see that there is magnets. So this goes right into there. The magnets hold it into place. And then when you want to do the other side of your knife, you can pop it out, flip it over, pop it back in, or you can rotate it. There's different ways of doing it, just preference. And for the part here that clips onto the blade, there's this little wheel right here that loosens these up so you can clamp your knife in, and then bam, just tighten it right up. I like how everything is just fast and snapped together and doesn't take too much time for setup. Alright, see, that just clips in there. Setup was super simple, just snap together. So first we'll talk about the rod here. Up here you got your handle where you hang on to when you're doing your sharpening, and then below that you have your little wheel of discs. See, they turn. Go to the next one, 320, 600, and then the ceramic. Everything has a nice positive click, clicks into place. And then up top here you have your adjustment knob for the angle. So if you want your bevel or whatever to be 20 degrees or 15, on this side it goes 15, 20, 25, 30, and on this side it has the notches for the adjustments in between. So if you want 18 instead of going to guessing between the 15 and 20 over here, you got these notches. So it's pretty nice and simple. Alright, so like I was saying, this part here that holds onto your blade, it's magnetic, so you can take this in and out and flip it if you want to do it that way, to go to the other side of your blade. But if you don't want to, on the back side here, this cylinder part here is like a button. You press that in. So if you press that in, this pops out here, and then you can just turn it like that without having to take it off the whole magnet. So depending on the length of your blade, and if you have it hanging off a table or not to spin it. So there's multiple ways to do that. That's kind of nice. And then on the rod here too, you have like this rubber washer that's kind of tight on there. Then you can move back and forth so you can adjust your stroke.
That's what she said!
Alright, now choosing the right angle can be a little tricky, I guess, to some people. There's lots of videos on how to find out what angle your knife is already if you don't have the specs for that knife. But here in this pamphlet, it's got some pretty helpful details, like outdoor knives, hunting light use, about 20 degrees, hunting heavy use, 25 degrees, camping knife, 30. So it gives you a rough estimate depending on what you're going to be using your knife for. And then you got kitchen, western style, eastern style, pocket knives, EDC. So it's got some nice information in here. Alright, and to test this thing out, I have this old Saber pocket knife that is just beat to heck, old and used, super dull. Like, I don't even know if it'll... I don't even think it's going to cut paper. Yeah, no, this thing is super dull. And that's for the different grits. You got the 320 coarse grit diamond for shaping, the 600 fine grit diamond plate for sharpening, and then the fine ceramic stone for your honing and your like finishing up. Alright, let's get the knife clamped into this. And then for clamping it in, you kind of want it to be like in the middle of the blade. Obviously you want the thick spine part to go towards the machine. Just loosen that up. And it also has some rubber pads on the inside of here, so it's not going to scratch and mar up your blade. Tighten that up. And make sure you're always careful when you're clipping this back in. If the knife you're sharpening is still kind of sharp, you don't want to cut yourself. Alright, for this knife I'm just going to do 20 degrees. Sounded about right. Start with the 320 grit. So you're going to want to go up and down like this while slowly moving out towards the edge. So just keep doing that back and forth like this until you feel a little burr on the opposite side of the blade. And then when you feel that, you can flip it over and do the other side. And you want to count how many strokes on each side to kind of keep it even on both sides. So you can either count or do like a timed base thing. Either way, just keep track so you can make it even on both sides. And when you're doing this too, you want to be careful not to press down too hard, because there will be a tiny little bit of flex in this because it is plastic. So just kind of gentle, not too much pressure. Alright, now that I can kind of feel a little bit of a bevel on the other side, I'm going to flip it. Press the button in the back and then flip it over. And then it'll click back in place. And now you can do the other side. Alright, then from there you want to switch your grits to the 600. Like the sharpening grit. And you want to repeat the same kind of process of going back and forth, and then flip it over and do the other side. Alright, then after that I'm going to switch to the ceramic honing plate and repeat the same process. Alright, just did a quick little job. Obviously it'll be better the more time you spend on it, but the edge looks a lot better. Let's see if it can cut some paper now. Alright. Wow, definitely better than it was for sure. Even though it's mostly plastic, it's actually pretty solid. Pretty impressed. I really like how simple and quick everything is. Easy, simple setup. Make sure to, when you're done sharpening your knives, to just kind of clean it down, get rid of all the metal shavings. It does have some soft little rubber feet on the corners to help it from sliding. And as for these tri-abrasive pads here, you can get different ones. They have all the way down from like 220 grit, 320, 400, 600, 800, ceramic. They have a leather strap one. So you can get multiple different ones, and it's super easy to pop on and off with this being magnetic. Like I said, this manual is very helpful. Has all the information you need. Alright, big thanks again for Worksharp Sharpeners for sending this out. It's a bummer though, I don't think I'll be able to use this on my samurai swords. Alright, links will be in the description for this right here. The Precision Adjust. I highly recommend checking out their website. They offer a bunch of different kinds, anywhere from entry level to professional. Alright, well thanks for checking out the video. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one.